scholarship pageant, and might I add, you guys are in for a very special treat this evening.
Tonight, the distinguished gentlemen of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated present to you Miss Black and Gold 2015 Glee Edition. Now the ladies, they are the ones who can give you the real walk. So sit back and enjoy the show. Thank you.
Teach girls to shoot, to make themselves. We say to girls, you can have ambition, but not too much. You should aim to be successful, but not too successful, otherwise you will threaten the man. If you are the breadwinner in your relationship with a man, you have to pretend that you're not, especially in public, otherwise you will emasculate him. But what if we question the premise itself? Why should a woman's success be a threat to a man?
Kansas City, Missouri. I am a junior here at the University of Missouri, studying hospitality management with an emphasis in events and conference management. Webster Dictionary defines finesse as intricate and refined delicacy, and tonight I shall grace the stage with great finesse as a participant in the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated Zeta Alpha Chapters Miss Black and Gold Scholarship Pageant as a court participant.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Miss Shelby Alexandra Parnell, hailing from St. Louis, Missouri. I am currently a sophomore here at the university, seeking to fulfill my middle name's meaning, Defender of Men, by pursuing a degree in Black Studies, as well as minors in Social Justice and Women's and Gender Studies. I will provide hope for the heavy-hearted of all marginalized people through community service, education, and inspiration. But as for tonight, watch as I live up to my first name's meaning, slender and graceful, as I grace the stage in this year's Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated Zeta Alpha Chapters Miss Black and Gold Scholarship Pageant.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Miss Danielle Christina Washington, a sophisticated young woman hailing from Plainfield, Illinois. I'm a first-year student here at the University of Missouri, studying business with a minor in Spanish. I chose to immerse myself in the world of business in order to use my education to inspire ladies of diverse backgrounds to become successful and independent. Tonight, I am honored to be a participant in the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated Zeta Alpha Chapters Miss Black and Gold Scholarship Pageant as a court participant.
Good evening. I am Miss Brianna Renee Cato, deriving from the Immaculate City of Chicago, Illinois. I am pursuing a degree in business administration with an emphasis in finance and banking and a minor in Black studies. One of my aspirations is to help raise the percentage of upper and middle class minority citizens by serving communities that are impoverished. I will create a curriculum that will educate our people on personal financial planning due to the need to see a new face of investors. And tonight, I thank you all for investing your time as I participate in this year's Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated Zeta Alpha Chapters Miss Black and Gold Scholarship Pageant.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Miss Kristen Athletes Turner, a courageous queen hailing from the beautiful city of Chicago, Illinois. I am a junior here at the University of Missouri, pursuing a bachelor's degree in child development and education. George Washington Carver believed that education is the key to unlock the golden doors to success. And that is why it has become my passion and life's goal to transform the education system to better equip our youth. And tonight, I am humbled to be a beautiful participant in the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated Zeta Alpha Chapters Miss Black and Gold Scholarship Pageant.
Good evening. I am Miss Jasmine Imani Scales Ferguson, a freshman from St. Louis, Missouri. I am double majoring in business marketing and journalism here at the University of Missouri. With my degrees and as an alumna of the Girl Scout organization, I plan to live out my passion for service by reaching back, working in nonprofit, and empowering young girls to become leaders with courage, confidence, and character. But tonight, I am reaching out to you as I participate in the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated Zeta Alpha Chapter's Miss Black and Gold Scholarship Pageant.
Good evening. I am Miss Courtney Patrice Lewis, a sophomore here at the University of Missouri, studying broadcast journalism. I hail from Missouri, the Show Me State, and tonight I will show you just what a prestigious young woman from Kansas City looks like, and I am honored to be a participant of tonight's Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated Zeta Alpha Chapter's Miss Black and Gold Scholarship Pageant as a court participant.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Miss Autumn Charity Branch, a vivacious queen hailing from Chicago, Illinois. I am a junior at the University of Missouri, pursuing a Bachelor of Health Science in Health Sciences. After attaining my degree, I will attend graduate school to become a doctor of physical therapy, specializing in pediatrics. Tonight, I am honored to be participating in the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated Zeta Alpha Chapter's Miss Black and Gold Scholarship Pageant.
Good evening. I am Miss Kendall Elise Lewis, a sophomore studying at the University of Missouri's True-Last College of Business with an emphasis in marketing. I was born and raised in Dallas, Texas. Texas is the land where the stars at night shine big and bright. Tonight, I'm excited to show you how a true Southern star shines as I participate in the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated Zeta Alpha Chapter's Miss Black and Gold Scholarship Pageant as a court participant.
Good evening. I am Miss Celeste Dion Tyler, a sophisticated, sassy young woman from the city of St. Louis, Missouri. I am a senior here at the University of Missouri, studying communication with an emphasis in mass media. Oprah once said, as you become more clear about who you really are, you can better determine what is best for you the first time around. Amen. And with that clarity, I aspire to one day be a role model to young girls through hard work, dedication, and service. And tonight, I am humbled to be participating in the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated Zeta Alpha Chapter's Miss Black and Gold Scholarship Pageant. All right.
A lady is not just the clothes that she wears or how high her heels may stand. She is the poise and the grace that she carries within. Good evening. I am Miss Kiana J. Moore Nightingale, a delicate beauty hailing from the high-rise city of Chicago, Illinois. I am a senior here at the University of Missouri studying communication and hospitality management. It has always been my dream to enrich lives and provide lifelong memories through immaculate events, which led me to pursue a career in event coordination. Tonight, I am honored and astounded to be participating in the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated Zeta Alpha Chapter's Miss Black and Gold Scholarship Pageant.
Good evening.
Sanseria Leani Williams, a junior here at the University of Missouri studying communications with a minor in psychology. I was born and raised on the south side of Chicago, Illinois, where it was not always easy, but through it all, I learned to persevere.
Amen.
Rest when tired, but never quit. Tonight, I am blessed to be participating in the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated Zeta Alpha Chapters Miss Black and Gold Scholarship Pageant as a court participant.
Good evening. I am Miss Irma Olivia Redmond, a rising sophomore studying at the highly acclaimed School of Journalism at the University of Missouri. I proudly hail from the beautiful city of Dallas, Texas. As a child of God, the scripture I live by is Proverbs 17:22. It reads, "A cheerful heart is medicine for the soul, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones." Tonight, I am so grateful to be showing you my own cheerful heart as I participate in the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated Zeta Alpha Chapters Miss Black and Gold Scholarship Pageant as a court participant.
Good evening. I am Miss Brianna Airy Lynch, a diamond in the rough from the south suburbs of Chicago. I am blessed with the opportunity to be studying biological sciences here at the University of Missouri, graduating with honors in May. One day I aspire to heal people as a physician, to cure illnesses as a scientist, and most importantly, be a role model to underrepresented students in STEM fields as a professor of medicine. Carl Sagan once said, "Somewhere something incredible is waiting to be known." And one day, as an African-American scientist, I hope to discover the impossible. Tonight, as you venture into the world of science with me, I am geeked to be participating in the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated Zeta Alpha Chapters Miss Black and Gold Scholarship Pageant.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Miss Lauren Ashley Ingram, a fabulous freshman here at the University of Missouri studying journalism. I hail from the south suburbs of the beautiful city of Chicago. Marilyn Monroe once said, "Give a girl the right shoes and she can conquer the world." So with my high heels and even higher standards, I one day aspire to become editor-in-chief of Essex magazine. As a child, I was taught that with God on my side, nothing is impossible. So I know I will not fail. Tonight, I am honored to be participating in the prestigious Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated Zeta Alpha Chapters Miss Black and Gold Scholarship Pageant as a court participant.
Good evening. I am Miss Lauren Giwa Amu, an astute junior here at the University of Missouri, pursuing a degree in journalism with a minor in Spanish. I hail from the south suburbs of Chicago, Illinois, where I have learned that living a life with kindness and humility as my main purposes is most noble. For Ernest Hemingway once wrote, "There is nothing noble in being superior to your fellow man. True nobility is being superior to your former self." So tonight, I present to you not my former self, but true nobility, as I participate in the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated Zeta Alpha Chapters Miss Black and Gold Scholarship Pageant as a court participant.
Good evening. I am
am Miss Sierra Imani May, an ambitious and candid sophomore from Kansas City, Missouri. Here at the University of Missouri, I am a finance major with a Spanish minor. For my many hours of research on entrepreneurial success, I came across the secret to life. Spend 1/3 of your life learning, the next third earning, and the last third returning. That is exactly what I intend to do. Become a resource and empower low-income communities to become more self-sufficient. But tonight, I am honored to be participating in the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated Zeta Alpha Chapter's Miss Black and Gold Scholarship Package.
Good evening. I am Miss Leah Lanice Brown, a junior here at the University of Missouri studying journalism with an emphasis in strategic communications. I proudly hail from the south side of Chicago, Illinois, and one day I aspire to be a public relations specialist in the entertainment industry. Judy Garland once said, "Always be a first-rate version of yourself instead of a second-rate version of someone else." And embodying this ideal helps to inspire other young women around me to embrace their inner beauty, intelligence, and individuality, even if it defies society's standards. Tonight, I am participating in the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated Zeta Alpha Chapter's Miss Black and Gold Scholarship Pageant.
Good evening. I am Miss Michelle Lauren Anderson, an ambitious young lady from St. Louis, Missouri. I am a freshman here at the university studying biological sciences with the intent to attend medical school and emphasizing pediatrics. I aspire to one day cure the world with my kind heart and provide affordable, extensive medical health care to low-income children and families. Tonight, I am blessed to be participating in the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated Zeta Alpha Chapter's Miss Black and Gold Scholarship Pageant.
Good evening. I am Miss Secret Lorraine Matthews, a charismatic and lively spirit from the spectacular city of St. Louis, Missouri. I am a senior here at the University of Missouri, majoring in interdisciplinary studies with emphasis in art and textile and apparel management. I am a firm believer that fashion is about discovering who you are. One day, I will be a personal stylist, impacting, improving, and inspiring individual lives one stitch and button at a time. Miuccia Prada once said, "What you wear is how you present yourself to the world." Tonight, I present myself to you as I participate in the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated Zeta Alpha Chapter's Miss Black and Gold Scholarship Pageant.
Let's give these ladies another round of applause. Good evening, everyone. My name is Justin Cutts. I am the president of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, Zeta Alpha Chapter.
Hello everyone, my name is Ariana Poindexter. I am the 2014 Miss Black and Gold winner as well as the 2014 Miss Missouri District who will be representing the Zeta Alpha chapter later this month in their regional pageant.
Over the past 3 months, these ladies have spent grueling hours in practices. The purpose of the Miss Black and Gold Scholarship Pageant is to honor and appreciate the minority women on the University of Missouri, Stevens College, and Columbia College campuses that best exhibit the qualities of service, scholarship, and love for all mankind. It is a showcase of the intrinsic values of womanhood and the recognition and reminder that these values are still alive and well today. It's hard enough just being a student and black, but to also quest in finding that balance between being a young lady and maturing into a woman is something in itself. We, the men of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, truly believe that this is something to be celebrated.
Next, we will introduce our judges. As your name is called, please stand and raise your hand. Okay, Kayla Jackson Williams is a second-year law student from St. Louis, Missouri. Before attending Mizzou Law, Kayla attended Truman State University, where she became a member of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated in spring 2010. During her time at Truman, she was very active with her sorority, the Association of Black Collegians, as well as the Truman State women's basketball team. In May 2012, Kayla graduated with her degree in criminal justice and a minor in English, then moved back to St. Louis where she worked as a teacher for the Hazelwood School District. Now at Mizzou Law, Kayla is a current president of the Black Law Students Association, assistant regional chair of the Board of Advocates, student ambassador, and a member of the Thurgood Marshall mock trial team. Upon graduation from Mizzou in May 2016, Kayla intends to practice employment and labor law or criminal prosecution.
Javon Fierce. Javon Fearson is a third-year law student at the University of Missouri, set to graduate in May. He is originally from Alabama, where he attended the University of Alabama at Birmingham. Javon was initiated into the Iota Nu chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated in fall 2009. Javon received his Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Engineering, and was the 2012 keynote commencement speaker for his graduation. At the law school, Javon is the president of the Association of Intellectual Property and Entertainment Law, the academic chair for the Black Law Students Association, an executive member of the Journal of Environmental and Sustainability Law, and a Mizzou Law ambassador. Woo. Excuse me, collect myself. He is the recipient of this year's Tiger Scholarship and this year's Bar Plan Foundation of St. Louis Scholarship. In his spare time, Javon enjoys mentoring students, volunteering, and singing. Last year, Javon won the law school's annual talent show, singing tunes from Michael Jackson, Maroon 5, and John Legend. After graduation, Javon will be working for an intellectual property law firm in downtown Chicago.
Stephanie Hernandez. Stephanie Hernandez is born and raised in New Jersey and recently moved to Columbia this year to take the position as coordinator of the Multicultural Center at Mizzou. She is a first-generation college student and has a master's degree from Rutgers University in Women's and Gender Studies, where she focused on the success of women of color in higher education through mentorship. Stephanie has a Bachelor's of Arts from William Patterson University in Psychology, Education, and Women and Gender Studies. She is also a sister of Delta Phi Epsilon International Sorority and the proud mother to a Morkie named Bowser.
Leanne Stroop. Leanne Stroop, originally from Kansas City, has been connected to Mizzou in many different capacities: student, alumnus, instructor, and staff. She has a Bachelor's of Financial Management and Masters of Public Administration and has finished coursework towards a PhD in Higher Education Administration. She's currently employed as a Director of Visitor Relations, where she works as part of MU's Central Public Relations team, manages the MU tour team, and coordinates tours for over 40,000 people annually. An active member of the Columbia community, she serves on multiple boards, attends Second Baptist Church, where she's involved with the youth choir, and is a life member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Lastly, Leanne says she's able to do the things she does and attributes her success to the support of her husband Chris and their children, Lauren and Langston.
Joel Ritchie. Joel Ritchie is a spring 1999 initiate into Alpha Phi Alpha by way of the Zeta Gamma chapter at the University of Central Missouri. After graduating with his bachelor's degree, Joel worked for several public interest organizations, including the City of Kansas City, Missouri, Kansas City, Kansas Community College, and Lansing Prison in Lansing, Kansas. He is currently a second-year law student pursuing his Juris Doctor degree from the School of Law and also works as a grad assistant in the Office of Student Conduct. Joel is set to graduate in May of 2016 and plans to practice law in the Kansas City area after passing the bar.
Let's give a round of applause for all of our judges. The next portion that we're going to dive into is swimwear. You all like that, don't you? A little less started? Okay. All right.
We're doing the swimwear portion of the competition, and these ladies will be judged on their confidence, their poise, and of course their lovely swimsuits. So first up, we have Miss Shelby Parnell. Miss Shelby Parnell is wearing a halter one-piece swimsuit decorated with bright and fun tribal patterns, speaking to her wild side and free spirit. She is definitely not the average girl from any music video I've seen.
Sometimes I shave my legs and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I comb my hair and sometimes I won't. If my heart won't blows, I might even it really just depends on whatever feels good in my soul. Not the average girl from your video, and I may be like a supermodel, but I love to love myself unconditionally because I am a queen. I'm not the average girl from your video. My worth is not determined by the price of my clothes. No matter what I'm wearing, I will always be the NDRE.
Shelby Parnell.
Strutting to the stage is Miss Brianna Cato, looking quite collected in her swoop front black swimsuit. The brown and turquoise accents represents comfort, clarity of mind, and her down-to-earth nature. Unbothered, this beauty is absolutely ready to be all she can be.
Turner is showing true confidence in her abilities and appearance in this simple black one-piece halter. Her charismatic spirit and independent attitude convey her belief that she really can be anything she wants.
Listen up, you can be anything in the world, and God you trust. An architect, doctor, maybe an actress, but nothing comes easy. It takes much practice. I met a woman who's becoming a star. She was very beautiful, leaving people in awe.
I can be what I wanna be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I wanna be.
Warning. Miss Jasmine Ferguson is stepping out in an eclectic River Island one-piece. Her vibrantly printed suit will give you a glimpse into the Amazon Valley with its foliage and vivacious colors. So come and join her on this adventure.
Yes, Jasmine! Watch the way she's walking. She's a classy girl. Danger in a touch. She should come with a warning when she strikes her stuff. Every hit is turning new. She's a classy girl. My girl is super bad, super sad. Got no time for photographs. Watch it. My girl is super bad, that's a fact. Knock your dream right off the track. Watch it.
Miss Autumn Charity Branch is ready to strut through the town in a truly unique blue and green one-piece swimsuit that offers a tropical feel just in time for spring. Rather than the typical twist tie around the neck, this beautiful and bold halter swimsuit features a shimmery necklace that adds a dramatic effect. Are you ready for something new? Join this thrill-seeking traveler as she steps off of the plane, eager to explore the new world, America.
Just another one champion, sign up, yes, we about to get down. We the hottest in the world right now, just touched down in the London time. But they give me a plan, tell them put the money in my hand right now. Gotta promote, we need more seats, we just sold out all the floor seats.
Take me on a trip, I'd like to go someday. Take me to York, I'd love to see. I really want to come pick it with you. You'll be my American boy. He said, hey sister, it's really nice to meet ya. I just met this 5'7" guy who's just my type. Like the way he's speaking, his confidence is peaking. Don't like his baggy jeans, but I like what's underneath it.
Miss Celeste Dion Tyler looks vivacious this evening in her all-white halter-top peekaboo swimsuit. Her big gold hoop earrings matched with her black and gold bracelets really bring her 70s look together. Her gorgeous smile and vibrant personality make her just as fine as she can be.
Just as fast as she she's a bad man, just as fast as she can be. Her body measurements are perfect in every dimension. She's got a figure that's shown up good attention. She's poetry in motion, a beautiful sight to see. I get so excited, you're her enemy. She's a bad man, just as fine as she can be.
Thank you, Miss Celeste Dion Tyler.
Miss Kiana Moore Nightingale is exuding Miami South Beach in this all-white mesh cutout one-piece swimsuit. She has her big sun hat and big shades to match. Life's a beach, so come play in the sand with Miss Kiana Moore Nightingale.
Sexy, everybody should see your body. Yeah. Girl, you're so sexy. Yeah, everyone should see you. Everyone should see you in the open. Baby, open up for me. Open, keep it open by the ocean. Lipstick wrapped around my lemonade glass. Staring right at her, but don't know that she's
Thank you, Miss Kiana Moore Nightingale.
Miss Brianna Airy Lynch looks exquisite in her all-white swim. Her lovely curves are enhanced by the white color and sunny yellow scarf. There is no telling her that she is not shining very bright. With her luscious pink lip that accentuates her radiant smile, Miss Brianna is definitely looking breezy and beautiful.
Come on, baby, boy, you got to get me to it. Go forward to play with the cool with it. Yeah, you know I'm always on that cool. Walk to it, what how you do it. Have a blank, let me put you in the mood. Little cutie, looking like a student. Long hair with your big fat booty. Back in the day.
Miss Brianna Airy Lynch.
All right, next up we have Miss Sierra May. Tonight, Miss Sierra May is wearing an abstract white and black printed swimsuit, complemented with a fierce red blazer. Get ready as she struts her stuff to tell us once again just who's bad.
Do you remember the time? Miss Leah Lanice Brown is taking us back to the land of pharaohs and pyramids and embracing her inner queen in a regal black one-piece with mesh side inserts, paired with a sparkling gold headpiece and matching bangles. Even Cleopatra herself can't deny the fierceness of this majestic beauty. Watch the throne.
Shining like diamonds in a rocky world. Rocky world. Our skin like bronze, our hair like cashmere, as we march to the rhythm on the palace floor. Chandeliers inside the pyramids, trickling above from the force. Symbols crash inside the pyramids.
Miss Michelle Anderson is playing the love interest of one of the greatest artists ever heard. In her black and beige halter top swimsuit, she will catch your attention and with your applause, let us know the way she makes you feel.
You knock me off of my feet now.
Thank you, Miss Michelle Anderson.
Ahoy, matey! Miss Secret Lorraine Matthews is ready to welcome you aboard. She is working the sea in a red, white, and blue one-piece halter bathing suit with anchor and boat cord and charms. If you decide to get a little adventurous and take on the mighty sea, no worries. Sailor Secret will come to your rescue with her lifesaver. All aboard and enjoy the ride.
This feels like so someone help me. It's not healthy for me to feel this way. Oh, you are making this hard. I can't take it, see it don't feel right. SOS, please someone help me. It's not healthy for me to feel this way. Oh, you are making this hard. You got me tossing and turning, can't sleep at night. This time, please someone come and rescue me. 'Cause you on my mind, it's got me losing weight. I'm lost, you got me looking for the rest of me. It's testing me, but still I'm losing it.
Thank you, Miss Secret Matthews. All right, let's give these ladies another round of applause. They are so awesome. It takes a lot of courage to get on the stage in a bathing suit in front of a crowd, so great job, ladies. All right, next up we have our talent portion. And so this portion, the ladies are judged on creativity, as well as confidence and really giving the crowd. So, you guys ready?
I don't know, the crowd doesn't sound ready. Are you guys ready? All right, act like it then, okay?
Thank you, Justice.
You're welcome.
All
right. All right. First up, we have Miss Shelby Parnell. She will be performing an original spoken word piece entitled "If Mirrors Could Speak," while simultaneously drawing a portrait demonstrating her words' meanings. This is definitely going to be a good one. Get comfortable, be ready to pay attention, and welcome Miss Shelby Parnell to the stage. I realized that we did not introduce one of our judges. Excuse me, sir. Could you stand up and tell the crowd what your name is?
Hello, everyone. My name is Bernard Bussey. I am a member of Zeta Epsilon Lambda.
Thank you, sir. Well, the spotlight's going to follow me now. Didn't want all that. Too much attention.
Till I get my fudge right.
Join me on a journey through art and spoken word. I will reveal my piece at the end. If no one's told you are beautiful, let me say this now. You are beautiful. You are the perfect you, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Since I couldn't find self-love in any beauty store I went to, let me share with you what I found myself. Don't rely too heavily on makeup. Let self-love make up for lacks and deficiencies on its own. Use your smile as your concealer. No, self-love is the greatest foundation you can ever possess. Fall in love with your flaws. Make your reflection jealous and can't break through the glass and live life with you. No, the reflection in the mirror is superior, and self-hate will disintegrate the second you smile and say, I look good today. Ladies, love your stretch marks. They are God's gift to you. They marked your entrance into womanhood. I urge you to embrace them with open fingers. Free yourself. Create yourself. Be not afraid of the unknown. Step out of that beautiful yet hindering place called your comfort zone. End up on a stage, sharing your story with strangers and see the lives you change. Be a walking oxymoron. Talk as cool as a summer breeze. Spit fire when you've been done unjustly. Own your sassiness. Create your spunk. Be graceful and eloquent. Rock with poise, owning the history of the blood within. My black kings and queens, love your hair. Our coils hold the untold secrets to our history, our mystery. Our melanin is a blessing. Lessons we need to learn about ourselves and our taught in schools.
educate yourself. Find the outline of your mind in the lines or paragraphs of books. You won't regret it, I promise. You will see, we have always been more negus than Negro, more Nefertiti than nuisance. Know yourself. Love yourself. You are beautiful. You are human. You will make mistakes, but don't let them break the beauty you have yet to unlock. See, I could talk the moon to sleep before I truly explain how important self-love really is, but hopefully I've been a testament to what can happen when you know and love yourself through this.
Thank you, Miss Shelby Parnell. That was beautiful. I don't know if I would be able to do that. That was amazing. That was fast. I was getting like a finger cramp or something.
All right, next up we have Miss Brianna Cato. Miss Brianna Cato will be performing an original interpretive dance piece with inspiration stemming from her optimistic passion for change as it applies to social justice.
As they hung you from trees in your backyard. They thought it was cool to leave you thirsty and stranded, Katrina. He thought it was cool to carry a gun in his classroom, and they thought it was cool to burn crosses in your front lawn as they hung you from trees in your backyard. They thought it was cool to leave you thirsty and stranded, Katrina. He thought it was cool to carry a gun in his classroom and open fire, Virginia Tech, Columbine, stop the violence. They thought it was cool to tear down the projects and put up $1 million condos, gentrification. They think it's cool to stand on the block hiding product in their socks, making quick dime bag dollars. They think it's cool to ride down on you in blue and white and unmarked cars, busting you upside your head. Freeze. Because the problem is we think it's cool too. Check your ingredients before you overdose on the cool.
Many of my friends were all misunderstood. They said we stand for nothing. There's no way we ever could. Now we see everything that's going wrong with the world and those who lead it. We just feel like we don't have the means to rise above and beat it. So we keep waiting, waiting, waiting on the world to change. We keep on waiting, waiting, waiting on the world to change. It's hard to be persistent when we're standing at a distance. So we keep waiting, waiting.
The hopes of the little girl that goes to the public school in Dillon are the same as the dreams of the boy who learns on the streets of LA.
We will remember that there's something happening in America.
That we are not as divided as our politics suggest. That we are one people, we are one nation, and together we will begin the next great chapter in the American story with 3 words that will ring from coast to coast, from sea to shining sea. Yes, we can. 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 Yes, we can.
Thank you, Miss Brianna Cato.
Next up, we have Kristen Turner. Miss Kristen Athletes Turner will be performing an original satirical poem titled The Real Story of Humpty Dumpty.
Well, hiya there, kids. This is story time with Miss Kristen, and today we're going to learn about what really happened to Humpty Dumpty falling off that darn old wall. Humpty. Oh, Humpty. Now, although his name makes him sound like he's frumpy, Humpty was far from that. In fact, he was kind of like you, a young black king, so automatically beautiful. And he was from a loving land where the rivers ran long and the men and women were equally strong. They were royalty there. With gorgeous, thick, and resilient hair, the power of his people was something others couldn't bear. They were intelligent too. They'd always be at least 2 grades ahead of those American schools. But then something awful happened. Bad people took Humpty from his gorgeous land and put him behind the big wall that stands. They shunned him and made him ashamed of his skin, joked and called him monkey because of his rich complexion, even created segregated schools so Humpty's people wouldn't catch up to them in education. Now, the wall was built from years of oppression and fear, but Humpty made it to the top and he persevered. Now, the story doesn't lie, Humpty's fall was a great one, but no one ever talks about why he was at the top of the wall or how it was done. Eventually, the bad people decided to make the path to the top a little more fair. They encouraged Humpty's people to get over the wall, but didn't give him the adequate teaching, setting him up to fall. They taught him history, so he'd know where he was from, but shortened his people's rich ancestry to only a month. They made him work twice as hard for things others were just given and created a generation of people that would always pass down that hate to children. Now, this is all stuff I'm sure you'll probably learn, but what they won't tell you is the truth behind your education, which has me concerned. They won't tell you that they'll close down your schools and bus you to oppressive neighborhoods that don't value your existence. And once you get to those better schools, you'll be trapped into the lowest reading and math classes to eradicate your intelligence. And they won't tell you that every time someone like you or Humpty gives up on education, they'll pull out the blueprint for more jail cells to take formation. Now, isn't it funny how the same people who helped build this country, wall, like you and Humpty, are oppressed by it? But back to the story. Humpty's fall was a great one. So remember, kids, schooling is important, but better is education, so the lies and oppressions don't affect the next generation. The end.
Thank you, Miss Kristen Turner.
All right, next up we have Miss Jasmine Ferguson. Miss Jasmine Ferguson is taking a pledge to all independent girls as she taps her way to the crown. Take a walk down a busy New York street, but stop and notice this performer while she embraces her inner Michelle Obama.
Yeah, Jazz.
Every day is payday, swipe my card, then I do the that. You talking to a lady, I wanna Kanye, yeah, you know right. So listen, I know I'ma make back and use the vocal. This convo be like Drake, I already know what you're trying to say. So that you That's me, I'm confident. Don't want your compliments, use common sense. I'm on my Michelle Obama. Shut your mouth. Boy, I think you know who run this house. I ain't thirsty for no back, cause I already know what you're trying to say. So that you a holler and I see you trying to holler, but that ain't all right up. Next, looking for the money, cause it's what my mama taught me. So your ass better show me some respect. Boss, Michelle Obama, her so heavy, get no breath. Show me some respect.
Awesome job. Thanks so much, Miss Jasmine Ferguson.
All right. Don't forget your passport. This time, we're traveling internationally. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to be immersed in a bit of Chinese culture as Miss Autumn Charity Branch performs an original monologue, does calligraphy, and renders a selection you all should enjoy.
Beautiful, beautiful.
我的父母要我找到一个先生，但是我还没找到我的自己。我怎么会找到一个先生？Look at me, I will never pass for a perfect bride or a perfect daughter. Can it be? I'm not meant to play this part. Now I see that if I were truly to be myself, I would break my family's heart. Who is that girl I see staring straight back
y'all? I am Autumn Branch.
Somebody tell me what you said again. I'm not sure. Multifaceted. What are you telling me?
No, these girls are so talented. Are you guys enjoying the show so far? All right. So next up, we have Miss Celeste Tyler. So you guys may know her as Celeste, but tonight she will introduce you to Jenny. Get ready to see another side of this beauty as she performs a comedic monologue titled Nerds.
Wow! Wow! All of this for me? Well, you all look amazing tonight. How rude. Where are my manners? I'm Jenny.
Hey, Jenny.
Hey, Jenny. You know, I've always had a thing for nerds. Like the really weird, geeky kind. Like the ones that probably ate boogers as a kid, but, okay, maybe not that weird, but you get the picture. Oh, but one nerd especially, that Steve Urkel. Now that was a man. With his plaid knickerbockers, Gary Funk pocket protector, and his limited edition Royce 2247 Warby Parker glasses. My mouth still waters when I say his name. Kind of like it is right now. You see, he was perfection, squared by the sixth root. Nerds, I tell you, there's nothing like them. You name it, I want to catch them all. Sorry for the Pokemon reference, you know. I'm a bit of a nerd myself. Us girl nerds are rare, but we do exist. You know, I hung out with nerdlings as a kid. We played Dungeons and Dragons, and I loved being Dungeon Master, holding their fates in my hands. I'm sorry. That probably sounded a bit psychotic. But to nerds, it doesn't matter how pretty you are. Just the fact that you love something nerdy makes you very attractive to them. Other guys could care less about me, but to nerds, I was hot. To them, I was supreme. They really knew how to make a girl feel like a queen. Queen Nerd Fertini, they called me. I promise it sounded better in my head. But you know, those nerds, they really know how to get my electrons going. But with great power comes great responsibility, and I took full advantage. Every chance I could. Oh, then there was Bill. You know, he was so dreamy. You know, the one that was a scientist? Yeah, that was me. When he put an ad in the paper for a lab assistant, it's like the astrological stars had aligned. Bill was a real romantic too. I mean, like the type to really give you his full attention. I mean, right next to curing cancer, of course, but I was important too. I was the Gryffindor to his Ravenclaw, the nitrogen to his helium, the pop to his tart. I miss him, you know? Oh, by the way, whatever you read in the papers about the accident, it isn't true, I swear. How was I supposed to know that you needed previous experience to be a lab assistant? How was I supposed to know that you couldn't make petroleum and methanol?
Jenny, it's time to take your pills.
Well, I guess this is goodbye. It's time for my beauty rest.
Thank you, Miss Celeste Tyler as
a whirlwind of emotion as Miss Kiana Moore Nightingale captivates you with an original monologue adapted from her favorite play, Their Eyes Were Watching God, in which Janie tells her friend Phoebe about her life and love.
Hey, baby. Come on in. I suppose you want to hear what done happened. It's hard to know where to start, really. I guess to go back to when I was growing up with Amy. I was so young and full of passion. I remember convincing Johnny Taylor to kiss me right on the mouth. Oh, after that, I soon got married to Logan Killings. Ugh, because Nanny made me. He was a nasty sort. Getting away from him sure was a blessing. Then came Joe Starks, a man chock full of vision and sophistication. We had some good parts and some bad parts. And at the end of his life was when the miserable parts was happening. He was just about dead when I told him how I felt about him. And when he died, a wonderful sense of freedom came over me. But I had to hide it from the people that loved Joe. So for months I sulked around, wearing black, pretending to be in mourning. And then came TK. He walked in that shop, smile gleaming. He said, "Excuse me, ma'am, you got some smoking tobacco for me?" He made me feel new and alive. That man could do just about anything. When he heard about that work down in the Everglades, oh, I couldn't wait to go with him. It was a place full of life, and people were just happy living, being free. And then the storm came. Some folks had followed the Indians up to high ground. So wish we hadn't. That water came rushing through our place, and I got stuck out in that water. I looked up. I was facing a big old angry dog. I thought he was fixing to rip me to pieces. Then TK came and jumped up, took the life right on out that beast. But all we needed was one good bite. After the water started going down and folks started coming on back to town, TK started getting real bad. Doctor said it was a mad dog. It gave TK what it had. Said we should sleep separated from each other, but TK ain't like that. One morning he came out, he saw me talking to a friend, he said I was fixing to leave him, thought I was doing him wrong. He started yelling and I saw he had the pistol in his hand. I had taken the bullets out the night before while he slept, but all except one. So I reached for the shotgun. I was scared for my life and his. He had that barrel pointed right at me, and I heard the trigger click. I was begging him to fight it. This ain't you. It's not you, it's the sickness that it got hold of your mind. You gotta fight it. I heard the trigger click again. I was crying to him to see me. It's me, it's Jamie. I know you're still in there. I know you love me. Do you see me? Do you see me? His fingers started to pull that trigger again. But I pulled mine first. That's something I can never forget. But what's more, I can never forget the love we had. That was something beautiful. I suppose you better be getting on back to your Sam. It's just about supper time. Bye now, Phoebe.
What you doing, Jamie?
Thank you, Miss Kiana Moore Nightingale.
have Miss Brianna Lynch. Miss Brianna Lynch is going to amaze you as she performs chemistry demonstrations that will literally blow your mind. Relax, learn, and enjoy as she takes you on a magical adventure into the geeky world of science.
Breathe the science girl.
Breathe, 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 breathe.
Breathe the science girl. Breathe the science girl. Breathe the science girl. Hey guys, are you guys ready to learn something new and cool today about science? Well, I am Breelyn, the science girl, and science is a very diverse field. You can learn from the soil on the ground, the atmosphere in the air, and even human cells within our body. But it's just lacking just a little bit of color. You see, my first class here at MU were over 300 students. About 15 to 20 were African American in our science course. And I have been in over 3 laboratories across campus, but it seems to be lacking a little bit of African Americans. You see, with just a little bit of determination, perseverance, strength and power, we can shine through the darkness. Let me hit you guys with a couple of fun facts here. Last year, 5,000 PhDs were awarded in the physical sciences, and only 89 went to African Americans, which is less than 2%. And also, less than 50% of African American science students graduate. We always just seem to just slip right through the system. But you see here, I have a way to fix that problem. Just a little bit of chemistry. And one of my favorite reactions is known as an exothermic reaction, as written here on the board. Exothermic reaction is made up of fire, of heat, O2, and fuel, and you release the energy into the environment. But that's what I plan to do as a scientist and a professor, to release my energy to inspire, educate, and provide healthcare for other people in need, and increase the number of African American science students here at the University of Missouri. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Miss Brianna Lynch.
Well, that was exciting. Tonight, Sierra will be singing a classic by Miss Lauren Hill. Sit back and enjoy as she tells her own story behind the lyrics of X Factor.
Hey, Courtney.
How y'all doing tonight?
Beautiful.
It could all be so simple, but you'd rather make it hard. Loving you was like a battle, and we both enough of scars. Tell me who I have to be to get some reciprocity. See, no one loves you more than me, and no one ever will. No matter how I think we grow, you always seem to let me know it ain't working. It ain't working. And when I try to walk away, you'd hurt yourself to make me stay. This is crazy. Oh, this is crazy. I keep letting you back in. How can I explain myself? As painful as this thing has been, I just can't be with no one else. See, I know what we've got to do. You let go, and I'll let go too. 'Cause no one's hurt me more than you, and no one ever will. No matter how I think we grow, you always seem to let me know it ain't working. It ain't working. And when I try to walk away, you hurt yourself to make me stay. This is crazy. Oh, this is crazy. Care for me. I know you care for me, there for me. That you be there for me, cry for me. I thought you died for me, give to me. Why won't you live for me, care for me? I thought you cared for me, there for me. That you be there for me, give to me. Why won't you live for me, give to me? You said you died for me. Ladies, if you have ever been betrayed or lied to, just ask yourself, what is a queen without a king? A queen. If I let go, where were you when I needed you?
Thank you, Miss Sierra May. Are you team light skin or are you team dark skin? Miss Leah Lanice Brown is coming to the stage with an original monologue about colorism among African American women. Ladies and gentlemen, we now present Shade.
I'm a light-skinned girl. I've got long hair, a nice shape, and I mean, I text back sometimes, you know. I'm a light-skinned girl. You may see me flexing at the club on the gram, hanging with the ballers, cause you know, I need that cash. I'm a light-skinned girl, of course. I get by on my looks, but that's my ticket, right? But you see, her over there, now she's a dark-skinned girl. Of course she's team natural. I mean, she's cute.
for a dark-skinned girl, I bet she's really deep and conscious. Her hair is a little kinky, but she's proud of her naps. Or she could get a relaxer and be a little less black. The color line was drawn early, one against the other. Separate ends of an ingrained color spectrum meant to divide and compromise who we are, black. A constant comparison to compensate for what the other is presumed to lack. But at the end of the day, we are all still black. For all my sisters who have been marginalized, primed to fit into a stereotype, realize that your skin is not where your beauty lies. It's a fallacy meant to patronize and divide us, to blind us, to break us, to degrade us, to make our skin our burden, something we did not choose. Ladies, none of us are losing. Smart girl, light girl, pretty girl, dark girl, fun girl, swirl girl, black girl, we're that girl. Special with our different shades of melanin, brave because we dare to exist and take pride in ourselves. We are bigger than the stereotypes, colored girls. We are dope and sassy and flashy and modest and mocked and throned and admired and strong and human and loving and equal. So, I know what you're thinking. Pretty deep for a light-skinned girl, right? Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ms. Leah Brown. Next, we have Miss Michelle Anderson. Ever since she was a little girl, Michelle Anderson has always had a passion for dancing. Dance and music have always been her favorite way to express exactly what she's feeling. Tonight, she is expressing what it means for her to become Miss Black and Gold through her favorite pastime, dance. Sit back, relax, and be prepared to be entertained as Miss Anderson takes the stage. Woo!
Fish swam out of the ocean and grew legs and they started walking. And the apes climbed down from the trees and grew tall and they started talking. And the stars fell out of the sky and the tears rolled into the ocean. And now I'm looking for a reason why you even set my world into motion. Cause if you're not really here, then the stars don't even matter. Now I'm filled to the top of fear that it's all just a bunch of matter. Cause if you're not really here, then I don't wanna be either. I wanna be next to you. Black and gold, black and gold, black and gold. I look up into the night sky, see 1,000 lights turning back. And all around these golden beacons, I see nothing but black, black, black. I feel the weight of something beyond them. I don't see what I can feel. The vision is the only validation. Most of my life isn't real. Cause if you're not really here, then the stars don't even matter. Now I'm filled to the top of fear that it's all just a bunch of matter. Cause if you're not really here, then I don't wanna be either. I wanna be next to you. Black and gold, stubborn to matter. Cause if you're not really here, I don't wanna be either. I wanna be next to you. Black and gold, black and gold, black and gold.
Thank you, Miss Michelle Anderson. Sit back and sing along to an all-time childhood classic as Secret reenacts a scene from an all-time favorite, Cinderella. Miss Secret Matthews. Can I get a round of applause for all of our lovely ladies in this evening's talent portrait? Those wonderful acts sure left me astounded. For the final part of the evening, we are going to be stepping into the evening wear. Great dresses, beautiful smiles. In the last part of the show, the girls get to show you what they're made of. First up, we have Miss Finesse Hasley. Miss Finesse Hasley captures our control as she graces the stage with great finesse in this stunning mermaid gown. This gold gem highlights her tall stature and hits her curves just right.
There I go, there I go, there I go, there I go. Pretty baby, you are so snaps my control. Such a funny thing, but every time I'm near you, I never can behave. You give me a smile and then I'm wrapped up in your magic. Music all around me, crazy music, music that keeps calling.
All right, Finesse.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Miss Hasley, if you could choose one characteristic about yourself to highlight here tonight for the judges, what would it be and why?
One flaw, one thing that society tells me is a flaw that I would like to highlight is my height. Although sometimes I struggle with being a little bit taller than everyone else, I believe it is something special about me that God blessed me with, and I need to learn to accept it.
Come with me on thing that you want to. Anything, baby, just let me get next to you. And I say, do I really see in your eyes?
Thank you, Miss Finesse Hasley. Next up, we have the captivating Miss Shelby Purnell, who is draped in an elegant white and gold open back halter dress decorated with becoming sequins from head to toe. Tonight, she has grown before our very eyes as she transformed from serene to spunky, poet to painter, and wallflower to sunflower, but now she has and will always be a beautiful flower. Miss Shelby Purnell, everyone.
I was that girl too, wanting something better than this. But who do I turn to? Now we're moving from the darkness into the light. This is the defining moment of our lives. You're beautiful like a flower, more valuable than a diamond. You are powerful like a fire. You can heal the world with your mind, and there is nothing in the world that you cannot do.
Good evening.
Given reality TV's recent popularity, shows such as VH1's Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and many stars having multiple women who've undergone plastic surgery, what message do you believe this sends to young girls concerning cosmetic plastic surgery who are viewing?
Thank you. I believe this sends a message to our young girls that it is okay to be uncomfortable with your flaws. You can change them through surgery. But my word of advice to all young women and women in the audience is you are perfect the way you are. God made you just exactly how He intended you to be. You will not find happiness on a scale, in a pant size, and definitely not on an operation table. You can only find it in the mirror. Thank you.
Yeah, you who are powerful. Yeah, you who are resilient.
Thank you, Miss Shelby Purnell.
Watch as Miss Washington exquisitely graces the stage, draped in golden perfection. The gems that gleam across her chest sparkle bright like the glowing smile that is spread across her face. Miss Washington's gown modestly reveals her long legs and her slender modelesque physique.
Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. Everybody's searching for you. People need someone to look up to. I never found anyone who fulfilled my needs.
Good evening.
Good evening.
In recent news, President Barack Obama has made a push for free tuition at the community college level. If passed, what effect do you believe this will have on the job market for the next 5 to 10 years?
I believe that if President Barack Obama successfully is able to lower the tuition or make tuition free for community colleges, it will open up opportunities for students to become more successful in the future. People can become mentors, leaders, and it also will create a competitive market for people to become employees in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Danielle Washington.
Miss Brianna Cato looks stunning in her black and cream off-the-shoulder dress this evening. This mermaid-style dress eloquently defines her curves and elegance. She is on cloud 9, closer to her dreams.
Good evening.
With recent events around the world fighting for social justice issues and the regard for Black Lives Matter, what role do you believe African American faculty should play in regards to student activism?
Thank you. I believe that African American faculty should not show their opinions to their students, but they should show their faces in the classrooms. It is very important that we are well represented in every classroom so that we can learn the struggles of the Black people. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Brianna Cato.
Someone said she don't need a man, huh? Do you feel it? The love is definitely in the air with Miss Kristen Athletes Turner in this decadent long-sleeve evening gown. Sparkling as she graces the stage, her presence makes you feel a sense of love that you will never forget.
I see Kristen. I see stuff.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Recently, the New York Times was quoted saying, "Narcissism is an epidemic, and America's youth today are turning into a hyper-entitled, self-absorbed generation." Do you agree? Why or why not?
Thank you for that question. I personally do not agree with the New York Times statement saying that our generation is self-absorbed. I like to think it's a term of self-aware, and we practice self-love, and that's something that corporations who make money on making us feel like we're not adequate enough don't like. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Kristen Athletes Turner.
Miss Jasmine Ferguson's personality reflects this evening through her bright and beautiful smile, sunshine yellow gown with embellishment around the bodice and through to the back. Jasmine complements this gown with her contagious smile and adorned earrings. Watch as she graces the stage because beauty is her name.
All right, Jasmine.
I hope that I can make you mine, for another man steals your heart. And once you're beautified, I swear you will never be apart. Walks by me every day, and are the same. One has stolen my heart, and beauty is a name.
Good evening.
Good evening.
As President Barack Obama's second term comes to an end, candidates for the 2016 presidential elections are starting to prepare their campaign. What are your views of having a woman serve as president?
I believe that in 2015, the issue is not whether the president is a woman or a man, but what their qualifications are as president. I believe that there is any woman that can be president, and it would just have to deal with what her standards are and what she wants to accomplish in her term. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Jasmine Ferguson. Miss Courtney Patrice Lewis wears a long red dress. Miss Courtney Patrice Lewis wears a long red dress adorned with lace that embraces her silhouette. She takes control of the stage, with her beauty emphasizing it all. As her elegant train follows behind her, she will slowly but surely knock you off your feet.
I see us in the park, holding the summer days of imaginings in my head, and words from my heart, hold only to the wind, barely of being said. I don't wanna bore you with my trouble, but there's something about your love that makes me weak and knocks me off my feet.
Good evening.
Good evening.
About 4 out of 10 children are born to unwed mothers, and nearly 2/3 are born to mothers under the age of 30, causing single motherhood to become the new norm. How do you believe this will affect society for the next decade?
I believe that this will affect society for the next decade by decreasing the number of marriages. And I believe this because the youth will start to believe that a single family household is the new norm, which doesn't fit the normal family structure. Thank you.
It makes me weak and knocks me off my feet.
Thank you, Miss Courtney Lewis.
Pack your bags and prepare to enter a time machine that will take you back to the era of the Harlem Renaissance. Miss Autumn Charity Branch is preparing to grace the stage in a stunning gold and silver evening gown that will not soon be forgotten. This gown features a classic sweetheart neckline along with a beautiful bow that drapes down the posture. The slit of the front left side of the gown allows you to view the simple yet gorgeous golden satin that lines the interior. Watch her exude pride in her culture and pride in herself as she elegantly glides across the stage. Relax and let her put you into a sentimental mood.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Your question for the evening. In the hit song, Flawed Beautiful Creatures by Stacey Barth, she touches on how all humans are flawed, but still beautiful. What flaw are you most proud of and why?
Thank you for that question. I personally do not like to think that I have a flaw. I know that I am beautifully and wonderfully made by my Father who is in heaven. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Autumn Branch. Miss Kendall is coming to the stage with plenty of poise and class. Although this classic black floral print lace gown is timeless, get ready to take a trip back in time with Miss Lewis and watch as she turns on the heat and sets the stage aflame.
Good evening.
Good evening.
In today's society, most employers ask for an applicant's social media account during the application process. Do you think employers should look at social media accounts to determine the potential of an applicant?
As an employee, I have learned that an employer hires you based on your adequate representation of the company. So I believe that if an employer asks for your social media accounts, they have the right to. And I also believe that this will also eliminate some of the harsh things that goes on in social media, such as bullying, because people will now be held accountable. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Kendall Lewis.
Miss Celeste Dion Tyler will grace the stage this evening in a soft pink gown paired with elegant jewelry of glitter and gold. As she glides across the stage, her gown complements her slim figure and makes her the lady of the evening, here and now.
Just what you mean to
Good evening. Given reality TV's recent popularity, shows such as VH1's Love and Hip Hop Atlanta star multiple women who have undergone cosmetic plastic surgery. What message do you believe this sends to young women concerning cosmetic plastic surgery who are viewing?
Thank you for that question. I believe that these shows do send a negative message to young girls. However, I believe that if parents are going to allow young girls to watch these shows, that they need to instill in them the importance of real beauty and self-love. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Celeste Tyler. Miss Kiana Moore Nightingale is a vision in white in this floor-length chiffon skirt gown with sparkling jeweled detail. Tonight, this heavenly beauty is spreading her pretty wings to fly.
Time will bring no real end about your child. There'll be no remnants, no trace, no residual feelings within you. You won't remember me. Your face will be the reason I smile, but I will not see what I cannot have forever. I'll always do it. I hope you feel the same.
Good evening.
Good evening.
In recent news, President Barack Obama has made a push for free tuition at the community college level. If passed, what effect do you believe this will have on the job market for the next 5 to 10 years?
An excellent question. I believe that if community college does in fact become tuition free, it will increase the amount of qualified job applicants, thus causing for a need for an increase of employment opportunities to serve the community. Thank you.
I miss you more and more. You go through your pretty wings, your pretty wings.
Thank you, Miss Kiana Moore Nightingale.
Santeria Williams is gracing the stage in a white mermaid-style dress. It has embroidery from top to bottom, which gives it the perfect touch. As she walks, the dress trails behind her, giving everyone an exquisite feel to the atmosphere. The strapless sleeves gives way to the sweetheart neckline. She is determined to leave her mark here tonight.
Good evening. With recent events around the world fighting for social justice issues and the regard for Black Lives Matter, what role do you believe African American faculty should play in regards to student activism?
I believe the African American faculty should be the example that they want our youth to portray with the issues that we are going through. I believe that it starts with them, and if they want change, then they should be the change they want to see. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Sanseria Williams. Tonight, Irma would like to share with you how she is fearfully and wonderfully made through God's works. Her champagne gown with an elegant bead pattern is fit modestly to show off her petite sculpture. One glance at her, and you'll have to agree, isn't she lovely?
Good evening.
Good evening.
As President Barack Obama's second term comes to an end, candidates for the 2016 presidential elections are starting to prepare their campaigns. What are your views of having a woman serve as president?
I believe that there should be no question or not if there's a woman in office. If she has the correct qualifications to run the country, then by all means, let her have the job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Miss Brianna Airy Lynch looks elegant in her champagne sequins gown as she graces the stage with the lovely sequin train that flows behind her while showing off her gorgeous legs. This angel is ready to soar into the skies of success.
Like the truth, when you got nothing left to lose. Then I found you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Recently, the New York Times was quoted saying narcissism is an epidemic, and America's youth today are turning into hyper-entitled, self-absorbed generation. Do you agree? Why or why not?
That is an excellent question. I do agree that in today's American culture, people are becoming more self-absorbing due to social media because they're seeking approval from strangers and friends that's causing them to be more self-absorbed. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Brianna Airy Lynch. Miss Lauren Ashley Ingram looks ravishing in her sparkling silver dress as the sweetheart neckline and mermaid style complement her silhouette. With this mesmerizing, beaded upper and lower back and sweeping train, she will also sweep you off your feet, and she embraces the crowd, giving you all.
Okay, Lauren!
How many times do I have to tell you? Even when you're crying, you're beautiful too. The world is beating you down and around through every mood. You're my downfall, you're my muse, my worst distraction, my rhythm and blues. I can't stop singing, it's ringing in my head for you. My head's under.
Good evening.
Good evening.
About 4 out of 10 children are born to unwed mothers, and nearly 2/3 are born to mothers under the age of 30, causing single motherhood to become the new norm. How do you believe this will affect society for the next decade?
I believe that this will have a positive on society for the next decade. It will create a greater appreciation for single mothers, and it will also
All right, all right.
It will also create confidence in young women. Thank you.
Crazy and I'm out of my mind, 'cause all of me loves
Thank you, Miss Lauren Ingram.
Miss Lauren Giwa Amu graces our stage tonight in a pale pink gown with a sweetheart neckline adorned with purple sequins. She wants you completely latched onto her elegance, beauty, and charisma as she presents to you the best version of herself.
Yes, Lauren.
Good evening.
Good evening.
In the hit song, Flawed Beautiful Creatures by Stacey Barth, she touches on how all humans are flawed but still beautiful. What flaw are you most proud of and why?
My flaw is that I have a need to control every situation I'm in. I've embraced this flaw, and I have learned that I have an ability to control my own actions when faced with situations that challenge me. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Lauren Giwa Amu.
Miss Sierra is wearing a long, flowing white gown with a fully sequined corset top, enhancing her petite figure with a slender look. The jewels on her dress are truly shining, giving her a luminous glow as she shines bright like a diamond.
Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond.
Beautiful.
Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. At first sight, I felt the energy of something.
Good evening. In today's society, most employers ask for an applicant's social media account during the application process. Do you think employers should look at social media accounts to determine the potential of an applicant?
I do believe that employers should look at their potential applicants' online profiles for the simple fact that someone with high integrity should be conscious of what they put online. And they should be aware that some people are viewing those things and making judgments about them. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Sierra May.
It's a new dawn and a new day for Miss Leah Lanice Brown as she glides on stage in a luminous champagne and gold mermaid-style gown. With a sparkling beaded bodice and exquisite floral detailing, Leah is ready to make her mark on the world with grace, confidence, and poise. And she's feeling good.
And I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. Oh, me, and I'm feeling good.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Given reality TV's recent popularity, shows such as VH1's Love and Hip Hop Atlanta star multiple women who have undergone cosmetic plastic surgery. What message do you believe this sends to young women concerning cosmetic plastic surgery who are viewing?
That is a very good question. I believe it sends a very dangerous message to young girls who are viewing because they feel as if they have to fit this mold of being a bad chick to be beautiful. Young girls need to realize that God gave them their beauty and their natural talents and that they do not need to result to these types of unrealistic body types to be beautiful. Thank you.
Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies all having fun, you know what?
Thank you, Miss Leah Lanice Brown.
All right. Leah for president.
Miss Michelle Anderson is about to grace the stage wearing a caressing blue form-fitting gown, sparkling in pearls and diamonds like the gem she is. God has lost one of his angels from heaven and has placed her here tonight to grace the stage in beauty and faith. Tonight, she is styled by her lovely pageant sister, Secret Matthews. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Michelle Anderson.
Tell me, have you heard the story that took place not long ago about an angel love in heaven? They say she up and ran away from home, and when the world woke up that morning and he called out her name.
Evening.
Good evening.
In recent news, President Barack Obama has made a push for free tuition at the community college level. If passed, what effect do you believe this will have on the job market for the next 5 to 10 years?
Thank you for that question.
I believe that if there was free tuition for college, then the work community would become more of a competition and harder to get jobs because there would be a new standard of degree required for any employment. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Michelle Anderson.
Elegance is the quality of being graceful and stylish in appearance or manner. Miss Secret Lorraine Matthews is about to grace the stage with pure elegance in a strapless nude and white gown with a sweetheart neckline that delicately embellished lace appliques down the body of the dress that leads into a slightly flared mesh bottom. It's sure to turn heads. She's perfect. She's worth it. Now watch as she shows you why she's earned it.
Like it's magic, 'cause I see nobody but you. So unexpected, 'cause I hate when the most expected. So I'ma care for you.
Good evening. With recent events around the world fighting for social justice and the regard for Black lives, what role do you believe African American faculty should play in regards to student activism?
That is a great question. I believe that students can only do so much and leadership trickles down from the top. So I believe that faculty can assist students by talking to higher level assistants and helping them with that and leading the way. Thank you.
Girl, you're perfect. You're always worth it, and you deserve it. The way you work it.
Thank you, Miss Secret Lorraine Matthews.
And can I get everyone to clap it up one more time for all these beautiful ladies? They are ravishing. They are radiant. They are magnificent.
All right, we're going to take a brief intermission to give the judges a moment to calculate the votes while we wait to have a spoken word piece from indie poets and Zeta Alpha Chapter's own Wysila Bratton.